Hello students, this is Midulaj. I am an assistant professor at Al Shifa College of Arts and Science, Perindalmanna. Today we are going to discuss the topic metonymy, which is a part of our paper Contemporary Literary Theory. So let's begin with the definition of the term metonymy. A figure of speech in which a thing or concept is not called by its own name, but by the name of something intimately associated with that thing or concept. Or we can say a figure of speech in which a part represents a whole or a whole represents a part. Actually, in metonymy, the literal term for one thing is applied to another with which it has become closely associated because of a recurrent relation in common experience. For example, the word crown or the scepter can be used to stand for a king, and the word Hollywood for the film industry. Let's see more examples for metonymy. Before that, we can trace the etymology of the word metonymy. Actually, the word metonymy is derived from a Greek word metonymia, which means change of name. Metonymy may be contrasted with metaphor. You know what is metaphor is. So here both figures, both metaphor and metonymy, both are a kind of comparison. But here there are some different. Both figures involve the substitution of one term for another. In metaphor, what happening? This substitution is based on some specific similarity. Whereas in metonymy, the substitution is based on some understood association. Both are comparison, a kind of comparison. But here a term using instead of another term. That's what happened in metonymy. So there are more examples. You can see the bottle. We can use the term bottle for alcoholic drink. And the press, we can use the word the press for journalism. A skirt, we can use the term a skirt to denote a woman. Mozart, to denote for Mozart's music. For example, I read Shakespeare. So it means I read the text of William Shakespeare. So this is how metonymy works. So more examples are there. The Oval Office for the US presidency. So some examples structured in sentence. Money just walked in, which means a rich person has entered the room. He writes a fine hand, which means good handwriting. Someone wrote with good handwriting. The pen is mightier than the sword. So literary power that is superior to military force. And the other example is he is a man of the cloth, which means a man of church. So this is how metonymy works in sentence. There is more example which is graphical. The term White House actually refers to the authorities who work in the building called the White House. Look at the term White House. It actually refers to the authorities who work in the building called the White House, particularly the rulers of America. The President of America is referred as White House. Another example for metonymy. People might say they are going to the Capitol when they are actually talking about going to the city of Washington, D.C. So here what happening? The word Capitol used as a metonymy to denote the city of Washington, D.C. We can also say that I am going to Capitol. Here I mean I am going to Delhi, which is my capital. So this is all about the term metonymy. Thank you. Have a nice day.